Hello, I'm Miriam Burr with MiriamBurr.com, and today I want to teach you a few things that are being used in several advertising campaigns that I'm watching. And I teach about marketing psychology. I've been studying psychology for a very long time, and I'm discussing this very same image in one of my private mastermind groups all about marketing psychology. And the information that I want you to get is so that you are aware of what you're seeing and what's moving you to act upon certain advertisement. There's a book called Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion by Robert Cialdini. Get it. You will have a different perspective. Now, what is going on in this picture? Does it move you to act? Does it move you? Does it draw you in? Does it repel you? There are two things that are making you creating that feeling. One is the ad copy, the words that are being used, and the second is the image. Now, whether you know this man or not, that has a lot to do with the strength and how it's activating your emotions. This is Lance Armstrong. He is very well known in the cycling world. He has won um, five or more championships, the Tour de France. And so you are seeing the eyes of a determined athlete, a leader in his field. So the look of this person, it just oozes this strength, leader qualities, resilient. So another thing that is catching you is the words that are being used. When you use the word your, when you use you, yours, that draws you in because now it's more personal. It's talking to each person as an individual. The idea of using specific words that the brain kind of has shortcuts for: survival, courage, contribution, triumph. Those are words that you as a person have specific experiences. So immediately when you see them, there's this image that is created in your head. It's special. It is your experience. So that also draws you in. It asks you to think about your story, and then it tells you about somebody else's story and perhaps the story that you want to create. When we talk about creating a legendary story or a legacy, what we, and I say we because I talk psychology terms, but in this advertisement, what is happening is that they want you to think about how you can create this legend of sorts, a legacy of sorts through your story, that is possible. And I believe that it's possible too. Robert Cialdini talks about several weapons of influence, and those are techniques that are used in advertising campaigns, such as this one. You have social proof, you have liking, you have authority. In this advertising advertisement, you are seeing the authority, the weapon of influence called authority. Lance Armstrong is considered to be an authority in his area of expertise, in being a leader, in being a person that is a survivor and has conquered a lot. Okay? And we all have problems and we all want to conquer our problems. And so that's where that comes into play. When you like somebody, that also is an open door for you to do the things that this person does or recommends. So the idea is that this campaign is if you like this person, they know that you'll be more open to the message. If you don't like it, then obviously it's going to repel you, and that, well, who cares? They're looking for people that are looking for them. Social proof: are there other people that are actually looking at this message and saying this is a good program, this is a good message, that you are kind of getting on board with it. That is not in a way implied here, but just by virtue of looking at the followers of this man, Lance Armstrong, you can. In the Anthony Robbins training organization, that's what they're counting on. They're counting on that, on his followers, on what the people are saying about him. And if Lance Armstrong is being featured as part of the Anthony Robbins live Unleash the Power Within training, then it's got to be good. Another weapon of influence is that of scarcity. In this advertisement, you see here, one weekend can change everything. Again, everything is italicized. One weekend is time sensitive to a certain extent. Limited time offer, that's where that scarcity comes into play. And they're telling you, you have to call this number. You only are going to be able to get this buy one, get one free ticket for a limited time. So you need to act now. They use red. They tell you now. They tell you do it now, 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 now. Okay. There are only three seating levels that this applies to, and that's below here as part of the advertisement. So that's where scarcity comes into play. They're using compelling evidence, or they're counting on the evidence that this person here, his following, his followers, the people that believe in him, um, they are counting on that. Okay, so here I've talked about several weapons of influence: social proof, the idea of liking, authority, and scarcity. Those are different techniques that are used by advertising campaigns, as part of advertising campaigns, to move people into receiving the message and acting on that message. This is high level stuff, people. Sometimes when you're looking at an ad, it's more than meets the eye. You just have to be really open and aware of what you're looking at. Get a hold of that book by Robert Cialdini called Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion. You will learn lots, and it's up to you to learn about this. Open yourself, be aware of what's happening around you, and nothing can move you. Only you can do that. That is truth. I'm Miriam Burr with MiriamBurr.com. Head over my site if you're not already there. Get on my list so you can get my newsletter. And I will talk to you later. Take care. Ciao.